This may look like a normal Christmas present, but look what happens when you shake it.
And this is why we can't have nice things.
It has a mind of its own.
Easy there, Shakespeare.
Every year, my kids try to guess their Christmas presents by shaking them violently, and they're pretty good at it. So this year, I built the first ever Christmas bow specifically designed to discourage professional gift shakers. Yeah, that's right, we're building a smart Christmas bow today on Tekabo. Tekabo, the Christmas bow that fights back. When I was a kid, shaking gifts felt like a superpower. I would shake them, listen, and instantly feel like a tiny little detective. And my parents hated it. I didn't really understand their point of view until now because my kids have inherited the same ability.
Lego. Clothes. Lego covered with clothes.
Look, I can't stop my kids from shaking their gifts. I know my parents couldn't stop me either. And I'm also not really trying to do that. But as their father though, it's my responsibility to prank them every time they try. And I'm gonna replace this boring dollar store bow with this. Well, these are just the parts. The whole thing is gonna come together and become the Tekabo. Here's the problem though. I had this idea at the beginning of December, but I've been sick and busy being sick. As you can see, we only have 3 days left until Christmas, so I'm gonna need to move fast. That means I'm gonna need to cut some corners, so this bow is probably not gonna be able to play video games. We don't have a lot of time here, so let's jump right into things. Because it's a bow, this is gonna need to be small. It's gonna be the smallest project I've ever worked on, which is kind of ironic since my last project was my biggest one. I scoured my office to find the smallest little components I could get my hands on. This here is the Seed Studio. What's neat about this little thing is that it has a built-in accelerometer. That means that it could detect when it's being moved or shaken. Let's test this out really quickly. This is beautiful, it works like a charm. We're going to want this bow to talk, so we'll need an audio module and a speaker. I have 5 little DF player minis and this little speaker here which I took out of an old toy. This should work pretty well. Okay, it's a bit of a spaghetti of wiring right now, but once I confirm it's working, I'll tidy up the whole thing and make it smaller. I've run into a bit of an issue here. I have no audio whatsoever. My DF player mini didn't work at all. In fact, none of the 5 did. Maybe I got a bad batch, but I'm not going to order any more of these. Let's see if I have anything else in the office. Luckily, after digging around, I did find this other audio module. This one's a lot bigger and it has a lot of extra features that I won't need, but I think it's small enough to turn it into a bow. Now that I know it works, it's time to design a case for this whole thing, which is our actual bow. Because I'm strapped for time though, I'm not going to fuss over this. I'm going to use hot glue and snap fits wherever possible to cut corners. These holes will be used as the speaker grill. The audio module will sit right above over here. And lastly, I'm going to hope for the best and make a small little ledge that the Seed Studio will sit on top. I have a little hole over here for USB-C in case I need to reprogram the thing afterwards. But also, because I'm strapped for time, I'm going to power the whole thing with USB-C for now, but I did leave some wires open to install a battery later on. While this prints, it's time to record some audio. Depending on how you shake it, it's randomly going to choose a different line to say. There's a small little breathing delay to not make it overly annoying, but also I'm going to shuffle the order so you're not hearing the same thing over and over.
Easy there, Shakespeare. This is a gift, not a maraca. Okay, that was intentional.
I have my bow printed out, but I realized something really silly. This just kind of looks like a present now and not a bow. It looks like I'll put a present over another present. It doesn't really make much sense. What I should have done is designed arches on the side here so that the whole device looks like a bow. But even if I did make the arches this way and I printed it out in silk PLA so it's shiny, my kids will still figure out that this is a 3D printed toy and not an actual bow. So I have a better idea. What if instead I take a real bow and I place it around my little device? That way it'll be hidden and it'll look more realistic. Okay, I've reprinted the whole thing in red and I've added some snap fits. Let's put it all together and see if it even works. Like I mentioned before, I'll add the battery later on, so let's just plug it in for now and see if I hear my startup sound.
Is it Christmas yet?
Amazing, this worked way better than I thought. The only thing I need now is some presents.
Hey, too rough. And this is why we can't have nice things. These are not the presents you're looking for. You're asking a lot of questions right now. Hey, I can feel that, you know?
I hope you liked this last minute project. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy holidays and I'll see you next upgrade.